We've all been there, right? Trying to fix the subtitles on a loved one's TV, and it's just a nightmare. The settings don't stick, the text disappears against the background. It's a total mess. In this quick explainer, we're going to walk through a reliable way to fix those frustrating subtitles for good, especially for folks with vision issues like macular degeneration.
27 minutes? That's how long it can take to troubleshoot something that feels like it should be so simple. It's all that time spent digging through menus while a favorite show is on pause. You know that feeling, right? You're just trying to help, but you end up stuck in a loop of tech frustration.
And this is the real cost of getting it wrong. It's not just about words on a screen. It's about the show stopping, relaxation turning into work, and those constant interruptions. That's the real price of subtitles that just don't work.
Okay, let's get into the heart of the problem. We've all done it. You go into the settings, you crank the text size up to huge, and you think, nailed it. But then the captions vanish at the exact moment you need them most. So why does that keep happening?
Well, the real enemy isn't some hidden setting. It's the show itself. Think about it. Bright kitchen scenes, actors in white shirts, super fast camera cuts, sports tickers. All that visual chaos just makes white text dissolve into the background. Your brain has to work overtime to constantly relock onto the letters, and honestly, it's exhausting.
So this brings us to the most crucial point of all. For years, we've been trying to solve the wrong problem. The secret to readable captions isn't just making them booger, it's about making them stable, consistent and clear no matter what's exploding on screen.
And this slide says it all, doesn't it? Our first instinct is always to reach for that font size slider. But the real fix, the one that actually works, is creating stable, high-contrast text that just pops right out from the video. So how do we build that? Oh, and a quick but really important tip. Whenever you have the choice, always go with closed captions, or CC. You see, subtitles just show you the dialogue, but closed captions add all those crucial sound cues, like a door creaking or tense music swelling. It reduces the mental guesswork and just makes the story so much easier to follow. Which brings us to the key question. If it's not just about size, then what actually makes text stable? Well, the answer is a surprisingly simple three-part fix. Here it is, a simple three-step preset. Just think of these as the three pillars of readability that are finally going to end that nightly troubleshooting session. So here's the entire system at a glance. The key thing to remember is that it's not about doing just one of these things. It's about how size, background, and edge all work together as a team. Let's break down each one real quick. First up is size. Now, the classic mistake is to just max it out. But when the text gets too big, it wraps into 2 or even 3 lines. That forces your eyes to jump all over the screen, making it even harder to keep up. The goal is a single, clean line of text. So just bump the size up by 1 or 2 steps. That's it. Next, background. And let me tell you, this is the most important and the most overlooked setting of them all. Adding a semi-opaque black background behind the text is your secret weapon against those bright, chaotic scenes. It creates a stable little stage for the words so they never disappear. Just set the opacity so you can still kind of see the actor's face, but the words stay perfectly solid. And finally, edge. This setting adds a thin outline or maybe a little drop shadow around each letter. It's not just for looks. It creates separation and gives your brain a really clear signal that says, hey, this is text. It seriously reduces the eye strain from trying to refocus on blurry letters. Okay, so you did it. You set the perfect 3 pillars, everything looks great. Then you switch over to Netflix, and it's all gone. This is the single biggest point of frustration, but there's actually a logical reason for it. Let's solve the mystery. Think of this as your little diagnostic tool. The rule is pretty simple. Apps and devices are often in a tug of war for who's in control. So if the captions are wrong everywhere, you need to fix it at the TV or the streaming device level. If they're only wrong in one specific app, you have to go into that app's own settings. And if it's just live TV, check the cable box. So to wrap it up, here are the traps we all fall into. Using transparent backgrounds that just don't work on bright scenes. Maxing out the font size, which actually slows reading down. Ignoring the power of a simple text edge. And the big one, forgetting that individual apps can and will override your main TV settings. All right, let's make this fix permanent. The goal here isn't just to solve the problem for tonight. We want to create a stress-free system that survives software updates and those accidental button presses so you never have to do this again. And after all that tech talk, your most powerful tool for making this fix stick is probably already in your pocket. It's brilliantly simple, and it's going to save you so many future headaches.
That's it. Seriously, once you have the settings just right, the perfect size, background, and edge, just take a picture of that settings screen with your phone. Then, when an app or a system update inevitably resets everything, you don't have to spend 20 minutes guessing and retesting. You just pull up the photo and restore it in 60 seconds.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. The moment you get this right, you'll know. It's when your loved one just stops pausing the show. The victory isn't about mastering the remote control. It's about restoring a small, simple comfort. It's about giving back that feeling of just effortless relaxation. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. We often think of accessibility as this big list of technical features. But maybe the best accessibility we can provide isn't a setting at all. Maybe it's just the feeling of calm that comes from being able to enjoy a show without the struggle,